You do not have a discipline problem. You have a sabotage problem. Right now, today, there are habits running in the background of your daily life that are dismantling your discipline faster than any effort you make can rebuild it. Not dramatic habits, not obvious ones, silent ones, the kind that hide behind reasonable explanations and familiar routines, the kind that feel harmless, even normal, until you understand exactly what they are doing to you beneath the surface. Most people trying to build discipline are fighting a war on the wrong front. They are adding new habits, new routines, new systems, piling more structure onto a foundation that is being quietly eaten from underneath. And then they wonder why nothing holds, why the discipline they build in the morning collapses by afternoon, why the version of themselves that showed up with fire on Monday cannot be found by Wednesday. The answer is not in what you are adding, it is in what you are refusing to stop. These are the 5 habits silently destroying your discipline every single day. If even one of them lives in your routine, and I guarantee more than one does, it is costing you more than you know. Pay attention, because what you are about to hear is not comfortable. It is necessary. Habit 1, checking your phone within the first 10 minutes of waking up. This single habit may be doing more damage to your discipline than anything else on this list. And almost everyone does it. The alarm goes off, the hand reaches over, the screen lights up. And before you have made a single deliberate decision about your day, you have handed the first and most powerful moments of your waking mind to other people's notifications, other people's agendas, and other people's emergencies. Here is what that costs you. The brain in the first 10 to 20 minutes after waking is in a uniquely receptive state. What enters in that window sets the mental frequency for the hours that follow. Fill it with intention, with silence, movement, clarity about what the day demands. And you enter the world already in command. Fill it with the phone and you enter it already reactive, already behind, already operating from someone else's rhythm instead of your own. Discipline requires that you are the author of your day from the first moment. The phone hands that authorship to the algorithm before the day has even begun. Put the phone down. Protect the first hour like your discipline depends on it, because it does. Habit 2, negotiating with yourself after a decision is already made. You set the alarm for 6. 6 arrives, and immediately before your feet hit the floor, the negotiation begins. Just 5 more minutes. You worked hard yesterday, one day will not matter. You deserve the rest. This is not laziness. This is a far more dangerous habit, the habit of treating your own decisions as suggestions, of allowing the version of you that made a clear-headed commitment to be overruled by the version of you that is warm and tired and looking for an exit. Every time that negotiation succeeds, every time the excuse wins, you are not just skipping a morning. You are teaching yourself that your decisions are negotiable, that your standards have a flexible floor, that the commitment you made to yourself does not have to be honored when keeping it is inconvenient. That lesson compounds, and it is lethal to discipline. Make the decision once, then remove the negotiation entirely. The alarm goes off, you get up, not because you feel like it, because you decided. And decisions made by the best version of you do not get vetoed by the comfortable one. Habit 3, consuming before you produce. Every morning spent scrolling, watching, listening to content before doing any creative or productive work is a morning that trains your brain into consumer mode before it ever has the chance to enter producer mode. And a brain in consumer mode, passive, reactive, receiving, does not switch cleanly into producer mode just because you open a new tab. The habit of consuming first is insidious because it feels like preparation. It feels like warming up. It is neither. It is borrowing against your best mental hours with the lowest value activity available. The sharpest, most disciplined part of your mind exists in the first hours of the day before the noise arrives. What you do with those hours is what your life compounds toward. Produce first, create first, build first, then consume as a reward earned by the work, not a warm-up that displaces it. Habit 4, keeping options open when a decision needs to be closed. Discipline dies in ambiguity. It thrives in commitment. And one of the most effective discipline destroyers is the habit of leaving doors open that should have been shut. Keeping the backup plan alive, maintaining the exit route, never fully closing the option of retreat. When you keep options open, you split your energy. Part of you is building the thing you said you committed to. Part of you is still evaluating whether to commit. That split is not neutral. It is corrosive. It keeps you from going all in on any one direction because the other directions are still technically available. It keeps your discipline conditional, present when the commitment feels good, absent the moment it costs you something. Burn the boats, not recklessly, strategically. Identify the one thing that deserves your full commitment right now and close the exits on it. Tell someone, put something at stake. Create the conditions in which retreat is no longer the path of least resistance. Discipline does not flourish in a maybe. It flourishes in a decided. Habit 5, ending the day without reviewing it. Most people end their day by collapsing into entertainment and calling it rest. And while the body may recover, the mind misses the single most important discipline building practice available, the daily review. Not a lengthy audit, 5 minutes, 2 questions. Did I do what I said I would do today? If not, why not specifically? And what changes tomorrow? That is it. That's simple, that brief, that non-negotiable. Because discipline without accountability is a promise with no enforcement. The daily review is the enforcement mechanism. It closes the loop between intention and action. It makes you face every single evening without the comfort of vagueness, the precise gap between who you said you would be today and who you actually were. That confrontation, repeated nightly, is one of the most powerful discipline-building tools available. And almost nobody uses it because almost nobody wants to face that gap, honestly. Face it every night without softening the verdict, because the gap you are willing to see is the gap you are capable of closing, and the gap you refuse to look at just gets wider while you are not watching. 5 habits, 5 silent, daily, deeply grooved routines that are working around the clock to undermine every effort you make to build the discipline you say you want. And here is the hardest part of everything you just heard. None of these habits feel destructive while you are inside them. They feel normal. They feel manageable. They feel like the kind of small things that could not possibly be responsible for the size of the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But small things done daily are not small. They are the most powerful forces in a human life. The compound interest of behavior works in both directions. Every good habit repeated daily builds something extraordinary over time. Every destructive habit repeated daily dismantles something extraordinary just as quietly, just as consistently, just as completely. You do not need to eliminate all 5 today. You need to eliminate one. The one that showed up on this list and made something tighten in your chest because you recognized it immediately. That one. Start there, today. Before the familiar comfort of your routine has had enough time to make the recognition fade. Stop sabotaging the discipline you are trying to build. Stop handing your best hours to habits that produce nothing but the illusion of comfort. Stop being the most effective obstacle between yourself and the life you are capable of living. The discipline you want is not out of reach. It is being stolen. And now you know exactly who is stealing it. Stop them. Starting now.
The path is clear.